Hello, dear viewer. It's Becca from Readings by the Empress and Loving Seers Tarot, here to read on what do you need to let go of? What can you safely let go of? What is a time to let go of? All right. However that fits for you. Pick a stone that calls you and we'll begin. Okay. For those of you who chose the selenite, icy selenite is a form of gypsum with calm, cool, and collected vibe. Healers and believers and anybody cleansing needs it. Where you want the slate white clean. Oh my goodness, we're talking about letting go of things. Whew, I think that we have a hint. Letting go of the past. Okay, so let us see pile number one. What to let go of. With the Arcanum deck, we have the Knight of Wands and the High Priestess. With the Knight Waite, we have the Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Coins as well. With the Radiant Rider Waite, we have the Knight of Swords and the Four of Wands. All right, and I'll clarify using the Centennial Waite Smith deck. Goodness. Your major arcana is the High Priestess. You know what? That can be about the knowing. That can be about your power to use your gut instinct, to use that sort of supernatural intuition, to use that well. But you know what? The High Priestess can also be about the layers of the subconscious, right? Like there's a lot of depth there. She has her eyes closed. She is speaking through telepathy, so this can also be about clairaudience. But there's a lot of depth to the High Priestess. And in the Rider Waite, she sits in front of the Holy of Holies in the temple with lovely tapestry over the door to the Holy of Holies, right? So in other words, she is allowed in, and not many people are, right? So the High Priestess tells me that there may be mysteries within you, and it may be within your subconscious that you really do need to let go of, and perhaps rely upon faith in your ability to know the right way. Let me clarify this one. And you've got this Knight of Wands. Okay. Oh, some of you are experiencing a sort of a conflict between your logical mind, and your intuitive mind. So some of you are experiencing a little bit of discordance here. In this case, your major arcana is the High Priestess. So even though you might be quite logical and intelligent, and you may prefer to have all the facts and have a good plan, you know what? Some of that may be de-emphasized in this reading. It's almost like I let go of past methods of keeping me secure. I let go of the need to know everything intellectually. I lean on the intuition. It's like that. Yes, let's see. Let me look. You know what? The King of Swords also cuts things away. He may be cutting away things you think you know about yourself. Because I just feel like when I saw this card, it's about the subconscious, right? There might be beliefs that you have about yourself that just need to go. And instead, center yourself in your divine power. Who cares what you know about who you are factually? That's all our self-concept, other people's opinion of us. They're not real. they're generally not very accurate, actually. And, sometimes we need to let go of what we think we know about ourselves in favor of letting our higher self, letting Source tell us who we are, tell us about our divinity. That's what I feel like this could be about. Because the King of Swords can cut away old thoughts and beliefs too, cut away old plans. We have the Three of Coins. So also security is on your mind. Material security, practical security is on your mind, growing that. You may be, actually in an odd sort of way, it's your intuition, it's your divinity that may be growing this new thing. Maybe putting you in touch with guides or with people on this earth who are helping you to grow this new thing, create this new thing. That's interesting. And then we have this Knight of Wands. What's that? Three of Wands. Oh, maybe something, yeah, it's okay. See, this is just it. When we are guided by our own divinity, by Source, the path may not be a straight line, like you would think it would be with the King of Swords, right, with a plan. The path may not be a straight line. There may be times when we're partway along and then we have to pull back a little. It's okay. It's okay. In the long run, it all pays off. Some of you are actually finding using your intuition, your divinity is going to be helping you make money. Yes. Create something very beautiful too. And it will indeed pay off. So maybe it's a cutting away of what you thought you know about yourself or your ability to succeed, what you know from the past, and really leaning into your intuition. Yes, some of you, I'm saying this, but I feel like for many of you, there's some practical matters here. You know what I mean? It's like, well, that's all fine and good, but what if I need the money? What if I really could use some help? What if I am focused? I would love to have a plan to create more wealth or abundance. And that can be health-wise too. But yet the plan doesn't seem to be fruitful. The purely intellectual plan doesn't seem to quite be making it. So and here it is too, cutting away thoughts. So see, the Five of Coins can also be a thought of lack. It can be a belief. It can be, I feel shut out of abundance. I won't have abundance. It can be a great focus on money worries. The Ace of Coins is the Source bringing money in. So that's sort of like, again, relying on your divinity, your knowing, your intuition, and being guided to a blessing, with the Ace of Coins. So maybe it's letting go of thinking you have to have a 10-point plan, have it all figured out, maybe even being hard on yourself. If you found frustration or, you're going along your goal, you have to pull back a bit. I feel like letting go of all thoughts about the way it has to be. All the logical sort of practical thoughts about the way it has to be, especially if you're using it to beat yourself up a little, especially if those thoughts are sort of demanding of you. So you must do this and you must do that and you must figure out that. No. I see a greater centering in your spirit is where it's at. That brings calm. And it brings a clarity with this selenite. Oh my, look at that. Also, though you might feel tempted to push ahead, some of you might feel like even if there's a feeling of worry or fear or even a little desperation, like, oh, I have to charge ahead, I have to do this thing, or I have to say this. I don't know. Because the Four of Wands to me talks speaks of some stability for one thing, and speaks of an improvement in your environment, in your place, maybe where you live, maybe a milestone coming up, a celebration coming up. You should indeed be hopeful with that star card. Your two major arcana in this reading are very telling to me. With the High Priestess and the star, it's sort of like you're being asked to hope on something that is beyond logic, because you can't see how it would be, but you are nevertheless being asked to hope on that. There's the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Wands. And also, if you had to pull back on a certain goal, please don't be hard on yourself for that. That might be what's meant to be. Like I said, the High Priestess, the leadings of the High Priestess aren't necessarily like this linear kind of, we do this and this and this and this, and it all works out, like the King of Swords. That would be his plan, right? So I really kind of think there's sort of an acceptance of the rhythm of how this unfolds, and a belief that you are indeed building. You are indeed building. You should indeed be hopeful. In spite of what you worry about, cutting away your worries, cutting away fears. Source does want to bring in abundance for you with this Ace of Coins. That comes out of the heavens. So that's nothing you're doing there. That's Source is bringing it. So I don't think you need to fear. You will have. And in fact, in the long run, something is really going to pay off for you. So that's what I see at pile number 1. I sure hope that is helpful. What a lovely reading. We'll talk to you soon. Hello, pile number 2. Sorry for the wiggles. Now, what should we see about what to let go of? All right, you chose the Amazonite. And that is a brilliant blue-green mineral named after South America's famed river. The best Amazonite comes from Colorado, actually. Who needs it? Teeth grinders, anyone struggling with Mercury retrograde. So anybody under great stress, maybe. Place the Amazonite below the throat. Relax your jaw and ask for the courage to speak your truth. That's interesting. Use it when your inner child wants a real talk with you. Okay. All right. That's really interesting. Okay, so let's see what these cards have to say about what to let go of. With the Arcanum deck, we have it right away. We have the 8 of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Interesting. The King of Swords came out in the pile number 1's reading. We have the Queen of Swords again in the Waite Smith. And the 2 of Coins. In the Radiant Rider Waite, we have the Death card. Something is done. And we have the 3 of Cups. Okay, so what to let go of? I really feel like, just the phrase beating a dead horse came to me. Why? It feels to me like there's something that has been done that you feel trapped by. In fact, you sort of, because you hang on to this belief or this expectation or these ideas, you can't move forward. Because this woman could move forward, right? She just takes her blindfold off and she moves through the swords. They are not a prison. They are not blocking her. But for some reason, she thinks they are, or they're things that have to be taken care of before she can see a way forward. But this Queen of Swords times 2. I mean, the Queen of Swords is kind of, she knows what to cut away. She can just, and she's got the maturity to know what's logical, what makes sense. So she knows what needs to go, what thoughts need to go in particular. Something has been not serving you, but you don't feel like you can let it go. Maybe that's what your inner child would say to you. like there's something it's okay to let it go. I feel like maybe guilt is making you hang on to it, or duty or obligation, or, I have to. I can't. There's something that is an era that is done for you, and maybe it had been an era that you were supposed to be in. It had been something you were supposed to do. Maybe if it involved other people, it was people you were supposed to be seeing a lot. But now we have some celebration. It's almost like Source is saying, you've been successful already. You've been successful. And now this Lover's card, what's that about? It's almost like the devil has the two, but they're chained, right? To the devil, not the Lover's card. They're free and they're happy and they're enjoying life and each other. And we have the Magician. It's almost like, it's almost like a door can't open, and it could be a door to love, by the way. Or this could simply be you walking in the Garden of Eden, receiving the love and the care and the help from Source. But it's almost like a door can't open until you realize another one is done. Until you realize you let go of whatever is blocking the blessing. Whatever's blocking the blessing. The love from Source. The manifestation. Sometimes it's daring to believe that you deserve it. Sometimes it's accepting the past and cutting it away. What's done is done. Forgiven is forgiven. Sometimes let me think. We have the Chariot. Sometimes it's another person you're worried about, right? Like you're an obligation or a responsibility to them. The Chariot would suggest to me that if that's the case, that it might be a time in your life when you're moving forward very quickly, and maybe another person is too. You have been somebody who's been able to balance your sources of security. There might be one source of security, whether that be a job, whether that be a relationship, whether that be a source of, physical stability, abundance, or provision. Regardless of what that source of security is, you're so used to juggling it and juggling it well. But it's almost like this Chariot wants to just come in and bust through, make you drop the coins and say, there's a new path. And if you are worried about another person or persons, I think that the Chariot tells me it might be time for both to move forward quickly. There is something that, and I don't feel like it's something that'll be visited upon you, pile number 2. I feel more like it's a change you make when, these spiritual things that can happen within us, when all of a sudden something shifts and we are ready to move on. Or the Death card, it feels, to me that Death card a lot of times it's actually not a bad card. It's sort of like something is finally done. I know something is done. And whether it's a bittersweet kind of ending or a very good thing, the knowledge in your gut that it's done and the acceptance of that is a freedom. That sets you free. That sets you free. Interesting. And it looks like to a very good place where you feel loved, you feel like you're manifesting beautiful things. Maybe you have appreciation from others here too, fellowship. We have King of Coins reversed. There may be somebody very stable in your life who I don't know. I feel like there's somebody you feel obligated to for a very long time. And there was a time when you were to be on the same page, right? With the same goals. But this is reversed. So it's almost like to turn it upright and to get true stability in your life, true stability, not stability based on habit, but true stability. It's almost like it's giving into, okay, something is indeed done. And even, like I said, it's not something visited upon you. It's just a part of an internal process, I think, where it really may be sinking in. You may be ready to let go of whatever the past, let go of what you thought it was going to be, let go of, should I have done this? Let go of all of that stuff. Sometimes it's time to cut it away, even if that's just in the way we think about it, rather than, in reality. Because sometimes just if we're cutting away the way we think about it is all of it. That's all of it. We have the tower. We have the tower. We have the chariot. But, whatever it is that it's time, and that could be the epiphany, that just changes things. But whatever it is, it's definitely bringing you to a good place with this Lover's card and the Magician. The Three of Cups is celebration. It's definitely bringing you to a good place, pile number 2. It's sort of like it's okay to let go and let yourself be loved, be provided for. Let yourself trust Source to manifest into your life. Let yourself join with people who are great friends of yours or have fellowship, or you have things in common with them. They would celebrate you, those kind of people. It's okay. Okay, so this is pretty amazing, pile number 2. I feel like I love those moments when there's an acceptance. If something is over, it's over. And that doesn't mean you necessarily have to change your whole life tomorrow or do something entirely different, but it's just that shift that happens internally that can really be freeing. Certainly free up your thoughts and your expectations for the future. Yeah, because look at this. You might be seeing yourself as sort of trapped in something, but the Empress energy is saying, oh no, you're actually really pregnant with many possibilities for new life. Sometimes the longer, the more stuck we feel, the greater the pregnancy, right? The greater the possibilities. Because so many possibilities are born within us during that time. So I think go with the Chariot. I see a real cutting away thoughts or beliefs or especially things based upon the past, cutting that away. And, forever. You don't have to ever return to these, or guilty or obligated or regretful. You don't ever have to return to that. We always have a hard time with that, we human beings, don't we? What's done is done, and the past is an illusion. There's nothing virtuous about continuing to regret or feel bad, or there's nothing virtuous about that. No, because look at all this life-giving stuff happening here that you simply can flow with. You simply can flow with it. It is coming in from Source. All this power in this reading is coming in from Source. You don't have to stir it up. You don't have to create it. It's coming to you. So that's it too. Maybe letting go of, I need to have the plan. I need to know what's going on. I need to create it. No. It looks to me like you may be pulled forward into a much better place. All right, so that's what I see for you, pile number 2. I sure hope that's helpful. What an exciting reading. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile number 3. Now we shall look at what to let go of. You have the Obsidian dragon head here. So with Obsidian is a black volcanic glass. Early Homo sapiens were using it for tools, capable of holding an extremely sharp edge. Obsidian scalpels were used in surgeries. Even today they are. So anyone looking to cut out negative people or negative patterns from your lives. And it can be like a weapon against bad vibes. Very interesting. Wow. Okay. Let go of. We asked, and we've got some pretty strong clues here. Okay. What to let go of. So with the Radiant Rider Waite, we have the Lover's card. We have the Two of Cups. With the Waite Smith, the Knight Waite Smith, we have the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. With the Arcanum, we have the Temperance Angel and the Knight of Cups. And I will use the Centennial Waite Smith to clarify. All right, so what in the world? You've got the Lover's card and the Temperance Angel. Very interesting. And you've got this lovely Two of Cups. Okay, let me see. Right away, I feel like for some of you, you may be wishing for this love relationship, or you may be wishing your love relationship to improve. There is a person that you see eye to eye with, and you feel like you're on equal footing with this person, and you feel like your interactions with this person are mutually rewarding. But for some of you, I feel like there's a longing for this victory here. So I feel like there's a need to allow the timing of the universe, because this Temperance Angel, that's sort of like the Lover's card. It has a sense of passion and, really seriously falling in love if you're talking about relationships. But then we get this Temperance Angel, and we get the Emperor clarifying her, like, temperance is advised. I wonder, when I first saw these cards, for some of you, and this might not be for everybody's reading, but for those of you who may be longing for a love relationship, or longing for a different kind of relationship to turn into a love relationship, or maybe this is just the whole description of the relationship. I want this and this together. For some of you who may be longing for that, it looks to me like temperance is still advised. The Emperor is also cause and effect and taking charge of your destiny. But yet that temperance, it clarifies the Temperance Angel. So I almost feel like for some of you, letting go of an expectation, or this could be a relationship that's already occurring, that there may need to be some letting go here. Yeah. For some of you, okay. For some of you, this is a relationship that already is in your life. And maybe you just feel like you want to fall in love, so you just want to let yourself fall. But temperance is advised. For some of you, there's a lot of thought about this. And then here's this Knight of Cups. So I got to say, for some of you, that might leave the door open to manipulation. Whenever you meet somebody who's a Knight of Cups, they look really good. And this could be romantic person. This could be friend. This could be anybody, really. And they look so good and they create such a good impression. You still need to, with the Temperance right on top, I have to say that you need to say, well, this could be absolutely all there is to this person, or this person could be just really good at creating a good impression. And there's, I'm seeing the best foot forward, and what's underneath it. I have to, as the Emperor, I have to have a critical eye. So I don't know why I'm getting this, but for some of you, that's what's advised, right? Letting go of maybe a strong need for all of this. Not to say it won't come to you. It might come to you more quickly then. The great relationship, the good one, the one that is all of this, may come more quickly then, or develop more quickly then, if you let go, oddly enough. and you don't need it. Yeah. And you can hold both possibilities in your mind at the same time and be okay with either. You know, either this person is a great person, or a wonderful person's coming in, or not. Or I may find out this, you know, using wisdom, no, this isn't somebody who's all that trustworthy. And to hold both possibilities and be okay with the timing, be okay with it taking time to become clear. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, Queen of Cups, you have wonderful intuition. And you know what you want. The Eight of Cups, you've done a lot of work. So it looks to me like you've done a lot of work trying to figure out your emotions, understand what is emotionally fulfilling to you, and understand what's missing, understand what you would like. And your intuition is fantastic. So I think that, yeah, just having the courage to, yeah, either not be manipulated by somebody in your life or somebody coming in your life, to have the courage to say, well, we'll see what that looks like. You know, I'm withholding judgment. I'm looking on sort of as the emperor would, right? I'm sitting here looking at this reading, asking for another way of looking at it, because I'm kind of thinking this is highly specific, this interpretation. But I know that you can hear from it what you need, because some of you, this is about a relationship that you're already in. And we do see with that Obsidian something about maybe letting go or cutting out people who may not be good for you, may be manipulative. Very interesting. Let's see what else we have. 7, yeah, 7 of Swords. Somebody may be playing on your hope. Somebody may be playing on your hope and your trust. So, but you have excellent intuition here. Excellent intuition. And the Temperance Angel, the Temperance Angel would give you wisdom about how to look at that. The Eight of Cups to me is really interesting, because sometimes those soul-searching times, those times where we're just off on our own, connecting with our emotions and getting, you know, really trying to understand ourselves better, understand source, understanding what... Sorry, my device must have kicked me out of recording mode. But I was saying that, you know, even though this feels like a pretty specific reading, this could be taken a number of different ways. You know, and just because I've got a love relationship here, whether you're in one or longing for one, or some, you know, dating or anything like that, this can also be about a friendship, it can be about even a job, because we've got the Knight of Cups here. And, you know, that can be a very good job candidate, or wanting to be a very good job candidate. So I think the theme I see here is the willingness to go gradually, be temperate, hold two choices. This person's like in a meditative pose. You know, she is not invested overly in either, right? So if it goes this way or if it goes that way, it's okay. And she will know more. The blindfold will come off in time. So time will answer all questions, I think, with this. So maybe the thing to let go of is the need to have something solved immediately, or have a need met immediately. That's maybe the thing to let go of. And for some of you, you will be letting go of somebody or some expectation of somebody. But in any case, your intuition and your emotional maturity here helps you to really know what would be the wisest course of action. And it is important that you be in charge of that, it looks like to me. And you may have your heart's desire. maybe gradually, but you may have your heart's desire. All right. Well, I thank you so much, pile number 3. I hope that was helpful to you. We'll talk soon and take care.